I'm Joshua Finn from J&H Aerospace, and this is the build video for the J&H Aerospace Incentsitive Pennyplane. This is an AMA competition legal limited pennyplane, meets all of the requirements for AMA pennyplane. This airplane, this is the prototype. Mind you, I selected wood pretty carefully for this one, but still this airplane has done about 10 minutes in Category 1 flying sites. Other fellow flyers have gotten more production-oriented versions of this, and they're getting about 7 or 8 minutes, about 6 minutes roughly. Flying less optimized setups and whatnot. They're just sport flying. I'm actually trying to chase after a record with this airplane. That being said, I think that the average flyer with extensive testing will probably be able to see 7 or 8 minute flights out of these, which is really good for a production kit. So higher flying sites, definitely a 10 plus minute airplane without any trouble at all. So with all that, trying to sell you on the plane because it's an awesome airplane, let's get started with the build. Alright, so when you open up your kit for your Incentsitive, there'll be a bunch of sheets with patterns and whatnot in there. This is what the kit contains. So you'll have some 3/32 inch rubber that you'll use for flying the airplane. Have a block of clay for balancing should you need it. I didn't need any on mine. It came out right at 3.2 grams or so. This is your covering material for the airplane. Be careful with this. It does tear a little bit easily, not too badly. And keep it clear of that tape clear of your covering. We'll look at the hardware pack in a minute. First of all, you're going to have 2 sets of 1/4 inch square sticks. These are about 19-20 inches long. These are about 11 or 12 inches long. This is your set of wing and stab spars, wing post, prop spar, tail boom, etc. Have your motor stick. Have dihedral gauges, wing and stab ribs. These are the ends of your propeller forming block, and then these 2 sheets form the rest of your propeller forming blocks. We'll set those aside. Propeller blades, and then this is a propeller pitch gauge. You have a piece of 020 piano wire that you'll use to make the rear hooks for your model. Be careful, what's in here is relatively small. There's a tiny little piece of Teflon tubing, so we're just going to stick that straight back in the bag. This is a piece of polyamide tubing that you're going to use for the wing post tubes. You'll have a piece of thicker clear translucent white tubing, and that's for your O-ring material. You have a propeller shaft. You will have an aluminum propeller bearing, and you'll have a length of thread for binding the rear hook and propeller bearing to the fuselage. So let's get started on the wings. We'll get out our set of wing spars. So the wing spars are these portions that come out like so, not the super long ones, and then these 2 shorter lengths next to them. You'll be kind of gentle on these, but they should pop out fairly easily. Get a little extra on there. There we go. And then our tips. I'm going to keep those in pairs for the minute. So I'm not splitting them apart just yet. And now I'm going to pop out a bunch of wing ribs here. Should have a couple extra ribs in here, at least one. Now the wing ribs are, of course, these larger ribs, not the little short ones. There's no front and back to these ribs. These are reversible, I guess you'd say. Now, it's very important that you look at these two little notches right here in your spars. So this, if the plane's going forward, you want those notches to be offset to the right, because that's going to mark your wing's center line, and we want the left wing longer than the right wing. Now, I'm facing from behind, the airplane's going this way. Our wingtips are swept back, like so. So what I'm going to do to get this started is I'm going to go ahead and insert a couple of ribs into this wing. And I'm just using CA glue to attach them. Let me shift the camera up just a little bit for you guys. And these ribs are from a little bit fatter wood than we spec to. Unfortunate nature of using production balsa wood. And that one's being a little stubborn. There we go. So it looks like I'm going to have to pinch the ends of each of these ribs before I can use them, which is annoying, but something I occasionally have to do with these. It's either this, or when you get wood that's in spec, then the notches are too loose, so no way to win. There we go. Now they're fitting in correctly. Except for that one that is being stubborn too. And we'll go ahead and we'll do the outer ribs here as well. Okay, now for the wingtips, what we're going to do is we're going to snap these guys apart. Keep the notched part, the gusseted part out here, so that you know what your orientation on all of this is. And these are beveled like so. And now reverse them. So you want this orientation of them. So if I set these down, they're beveled to sweep back like so. And what we're going to do, make sure these are pinched good, is we'll put the center rib in. Like so. And then there we go. This isn't laying down flat and it's causing my wingtip to be down a little bit of washout in it. There we go. You can angle this rib out a little if you want to. I'm not doing so, but you're going to add some dihedral in there after you cover it. So again, this orientation, looking down, and then what you'll do is you'll swap these front and back. And so, move them like that. Lower them down on here. And again, the edge of the paper is not laying down flat for me. Got one that's being stubborn. And there we go. Oh, y'all didn't even see what was going on out there. That rib, it's in. I know that was incredibly informative, but alright, so what I'm going to do, I don't really like to spray that stuff, but this was a good application for it. In spite of this being parchment paper, we're sticking to it a little bit, probably because I sanded those spots. Alright, so there's our completed wing. So we'll set that aside, set this someplace where it won't be disturbed, like in a box, because this is easily snags on something and tears the whole thing apart. Pop out your stab spars, and the stab builds just like the wing, except it's umpteen times easier. Now, the notch here goes off to the right side, so the little centering notch. That being said, the stab is reversible. That's why I said it's umpteen times easier. No sweeping or sweep back, nothing. And these are I need their ends pinched too. How incredibly annoying. That one's going to be extra. You. Into the notch it goes. Let's see. This is what happens when your parchment paper won't lay flat. There we go. It's okay if you have something like that little skew there going on, because I'm going to get the ribs more and we'll get rid of that. Make sure that rib's straight up and down, of course. And one more. And there we go. Now we're going to build the rudder. Looks like this one's a little tight there. Okay, so this piece is your rudder. It's got the top of your rudder. It's got a bevel going that way, and the other end is almost straight up and down. Now you've got this piece like that. The bottom part that sticks out is the bottom, and this is the top. This is the going forward. This is the leading edge of your rudder, like so. And then you'll have a back piece that is the same top and bottom. It fits like so. And then you have this smaller piece that's beveled on one end and square on the other. And it fits down there. So beveled end goes in here. And if you'll notice, this goes in to where it's not square right here. That is not an accident. That is how this airplane is designed. You will find on the bottom it does naturally want to square up right here. So you have a 90-degree angle here, you have a less than 90-degree angle here. And with that, we have finished building all of the flying surfaces for this airplane. Hi, I'm Josh Finn. This is Hope. We are J&H Aerospace.
If you like this video, hit the like button.
Also, how about subscribe to our channel and check out jhaerospace.com for new free flight products and all of the tooling that you'll need to build them.
Thanks for watching.